everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David, and this is a magic review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are heading into a brand new year. That's right, a brand new year. And so we're going to talk about brand new magic. Are you excited? I'm excited. One of those new things is from Orion Productions. That's right. Orion Productions sent me a box, and really excited about everything inside of it. We're going to look at all of it over the next couple of weeks. This first one, Cannibal King from Alan Rorrison. But coming up, we're going to look at Bottle, Cyclops, the Medusa Project, Bottoms Up, and Seeing Thread. And another really cool thing about ordering from Orion Productions is they give you a little bonus. So inside my package was another envelope, and inside that envelope there were some cards. And I just want to read to you one of the cards that came with this box. It says, with this envelope, you will be receiving an essay, and with each product you purchase, you'll get another. Essays will contain useful tips, interesting premises, inspiring philosophies, and fresh perspectives. Magic has taken me all over the world, and after meeting so many fantastic performers with so much wisdom, I finally have the platform to share my favorite pieces. Once you've made your 10th order, I'll send you a nice binder for free so that you can store all of them conveniently on your bookshelf. So that's a nice little note and a nice little offering from Perseus Archimanis. And of course, Orion Productions is his. And so you don't have to wait for me to finish any of these reviews. Certainly go down and check out Orion Productions. You can check out their large selection of tricks they already have available for sale. All right, Cannibal King, what is this? Well, this is Alan Rorrison's take on the same effect by Roy Walton. So Roy Walton has this effect, but this is now done with a gaff, a little gimmick that kind of adds a visual element to the story. You're describing what's happening, but what Alan has done is he's taken it out of just your imagination, and he's made a literal gimmick to show you what's taking place. So in the story, or in the trick, you have a card, the King of Hearts, right? Which we always call the Suicide King, but he wants to talk to you about why the sword is there, why the king is holding the sword the way he is, and he calls it the Cannibal King. And to demonstrate that, he has you select a card, you select that card, and you place that card on top of the Cannibal King. And at first it seems like nothing has happened, but with a wave of your hand, your card vanishes, and only the Cannibal King is left. And to prove that the Cannibal King ate your card, Alan then takes out a knife, and he makes a slit in the back of the card, and he lifts a piece of that card up, and you can peek inside the stomach, as it were, of the king. And inside there you can see your card folded up, eaten, being digested by the cannibal. You then heal it, you close up the laceration, and you heal the card and you show it, and then you give it a little pop, and you pop the spectator's card back out, and both cards can be examined. So let's say you pay your $40 to orionproductions.com, what will you get? You're gonna get a nice box. Every one of their tricks comes in the same size box. So it's a nice big box. Inside that, you're getting a little booklet. So you can always go back to the booklet, and it'll tell you exactly how the trick goes. Of course, you'll get a download video. The video is 18 minutes, and you're going to get the gimmick. Now, let me just say, the gimmick is not a King of Hearts, which means your King of Hearts can be examined at the end of the trick. Pretty cool. Is it what I thought? Well, sure. I mean, I figured it'd be some sort of gimmick, right? Because of course you're buying a gimmick. So I figured it'd be a gimmick, and then when you see the trick with the little, the tear away and the tear heals, I figured it'd be something that made that illusion possible, and it is. I didn't know exactly what it would be, and I was pleasantly surprised. Is it well made? It is very well made. Everything is well made. You're getting a gimmick card that basically stays invisible. This gimmick card will never be seen by the spectator, the face of it, right? It's a completely hidden card. It's a tool that comes in and goes away to give this illusion some reality. What's the overall quality and production value of the video? You got Perseus, he's teaching you. It's done with a stationary camera. It's all shot in HD, well shot, very well mic'd. There is some faint music in the background. At least I remember some during the performance. As far as what it's gonna teach you, you'll get an intro. He'll do a performance for the camera. He'll go into what the gimmick looks like and how it works. He will then teach you a force, right? Because you have to force your digested card. He's going to walk you through the routine. And then you get a really neat over-the-shoulder, no audio walkthrough. Perseus almost kind of does this in a slow motion, so you can get a second look at what the entire effect looks like. Pocket space, it's all very small. You can put this all inside of your tuck case along with your regular cards. And so if you wanted to make this your opener, you'd have everything ready to go, including the gimmick. And then from there, you could go into any trick because your deck would be clean and it's all real cards. How are the angles? Everything happens just within your hands. So everything happens within just this circle, right? So you've got the deck and you're working it here with the deck in your palm of your hands. You're in charge, really. It's a performance piece. The spectator, really the only thing the spectator does is select a card. And then from there, you are in control of everything. Can it be inspected? Okay, so I alluded to this earlier. The King of Hearts, which is your Cannibal card, right? And then your force card. And then everybody's force card will be different, by the way. You won't have the same force card necessarily as somebody else. Those two cards are ungimmicked. So the gimmick that's included is a completely other third card that never gets seen. So really at the end of the trick, the two cards that were in play, the only two cards the spectator knew about, can be handed out and examined. Sleights and difficulty level. Okay, so in this, you're gonna do some doubles, of course. The Erdnase color change comes into play. You'll need to know how to do a simple palm, and it's not even a palm of a whole card, but a palm and a ditch, that would be helpful. And those are really the only sleights involved. Sounds simple enough, but of course, even simple tricks need to be practiced. Setup and reset, you're gonna stick your cards where you want them, right? The King of Hearts really could be anywhere. You could go through the deck to find it, but then your force card will need to be in a place where you could force it. And then he recommends sticking the gimmick on the outside of the tuck case, maybe hidden in the cellophane, and you're good to go. Positives, all right, so what are the positives? It's very visual, right? It's very visual, and I think for the spectator, they're not expecting what's gonna take place. Especially if you whip out a knife, you know? Like if you say, well, let's cut into this, and you whip out a knife and you jab on the outside of the card, like that could be very visual, and then tearing it back. And I think the whole thing is, you know, something that normally would have played out in our minds as imagination, but what Alan Rorrison has done is he's made it so visual. And then the fact that, you know, the laceration appears and then vanishes, and then you hand it out, and then you really almost kind of end clean. It's a great piece that is a gimmicked trick, but it doesn't feel gimmicked. You know, sometimes in gimmick tricks, you show them a gaff. You say, oh, look, here's a gaff, and they can hold the gaff, and you're like, you just had this printed. There's a gimmick involved, but the fact that the gimmick appears and then vanishes, it kind of does really leave them with a what happened kind of feeling. Negatives, I will say ringing in the gimmick could make some noise because the gimmick is very beautiful looking. It's very attractive, okay? Sometimes attractive things make noise. Is it worth your money? It is $40, $40. And you might be a little underwhelmed because the box is really big and you open it up and there's just a single card inside and the booklet. And granted, maybe you'll learn off of the video and you don't even need the booklet. So you might feel like there's some extra items, but the gimmick is very well made. Like I said, it's also handmade and it does more than one thing, okay? It helps you with the change and the disappearance as well as the appearance of the laceration or the digested card. So it's not just a one-hit gimmick. The gimmick actually does two things very well, and I would say take care of it. It should last you a good long time. All right, so that's the end of the video. That's the end of my review. As always, we ask that you click like, click subscribe, click follow, do all the clickety-click button pushing that you already know what to do. Whenever you do that, it encourages me to keep going, and it's free. It's free. It costs you nothing, right? I'd really like to hit 50K in next year. That'd be awesome. I want to hit 50K next year. That's a personal goal of mine, and you can help me meet my goal. Don't you want to help me meet my goal? Of course you do. All right, that's everything I can say about Cannibal King, Alan Rorrison, Perseus Archimedes, and Orion Magic magicproductions.com. And I want to thank magicproductions.com for allowing me to have this so that I could do the review for you. And if you want to purchase it for yourself, I would head on down there, head on down to magicproductions.com. They got a whole bunch of stuff, more than this, right? Go check out all their titles, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.